Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Rose, and I'm so glad you've chosen to spend a few minutes with me today. Can I ask you a question? When you wake up in the morning, do you already know how you want to live that day? Or do you simply wait to see what the day brings? For many years, I lived by reacting. If someone was upset, I tried to make things better. If I was criticized, I tried harder. If there was tension in my home, I changed my behavior in the hope that life would become a little more peaceful. Without realizing it, my days were shaped by someone else's moods, someone else's expectations, and someone else's choices. Many women who've lived in difficult or controlling relationships know exactly what this feels like. Your attention becomes focused on managing what is happening around you. And then one day, that relationship ends. The constant demands are no longer there. The chaos grows quiet. Instead of feeling free, you may find yourself wondering, now what? Now there is space. But what happens in this space now once the tension is gone? The space is not empty. It's space that has been waiting for you. And no one ever taught you how to fill that space with your own life. As I was preparing this talk and I was reflecting on my life, I realized something. For years, I had been living according to everyone else's intentions. Their priorities became my priorities. Their moods shaped my days. Their expectations influenced my choices. It wasn't until I began living according to my own intentions that I felt I was truly participating in my life. That is when I began to discover the quiet power of intention. Our culture preaches goal setting and its value. I have nothing against goal setting, and I know the value of having goals. However, I do hesitate to ask any woman recovering from abuse to begin by setting goals. That can be just overwhelming. You see, a goal is often about arriving somewhere in the future. When you're rebuilding your life after abuse, that future can still feel too far away to imagine. Intentions ask only one thing: how do I want to live today? Intention is not a goal, it's a direction. An intention is about how you choose to live today. And for women rebuilding their lives, that can be one of the gentlest and most powerful places to begin. So, what does living with intention actually look like? It isn't complicated. There are no new skills to learn. It does not require a vision board or a 5-year plan. It begins with a simple question: who do I want to be today? Maybe today I intend to move my body because I know it helps me feel stronger. Maybe I intend to prepare meals that nourish me instead of fill me because caring for myself matters. Maybe I intend to spend a few minutes in prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection before the busyness of the day begins. Maybe I intend to speak kindly to myself when I make a mistake. Maybe I intend to say no without feeling guilty. These may seem like small things, but small intentions have a remarkable way of changing the direction of our lives. When we live by reactions, our choices are often made for us by whatever happens or whoever is around us. When we live with intention, our choices begin to reflect who we are becoming. Life will still surprise us. There will still be difficult days. There will still be disappointments we never expected. But intention gives us something solid to return to when emotions threaten to pull us in every direction. Instead of asking, what do I have to do because of what just happened? We begin asking, who do I want to be right now? That one question has changed my life. Sometimes the answers begin in the most ordinary moments. Imagine this. A woman wakes up on a Tuesday morning. Nothing unusual is planned. She pours herself a cup of coffee and then sits by the window. For the first time in a long time, no one is asking anything of her. The phone isn't ringing. There isn't a crisis to solve, and no one is waiting for her to cook something. No one is criticizing how she's spending the morning. And yet she looks out the window and wonders, now what? Not because she has nothing she could do, but because she has spent so many years responding that choosing feels strange. She could clean the house. She could fold laundry. She could scroll on her phone. She could even make herself another cup of coffee. Instead, she picks up a notebook and at the top of the page, she writes one sentence. Today, I intend to notice one thing that brings me joy. Nothing dramatic happens that day. She still washes the dishes, she still answers emails, and she still runs errands. But along the way, she notices the sound of birds outside the grocery store. And she finds herself looking to see where they're hiding. She notices how good the fresh peaches smell. She even laughs with the cashier. She chooses the music she wants to hear on the drive home. She even chooses to sit outside on the porch for 10 minutes before going into the house. She leaves the dishes until after her walk. By bedtime, none of those choices seemed life-changing, but together, they were changing her life. The first thing I notice about this woman is that she didn't change her circumstances. She changed her attention. She stopped waiting for life to tell her how the day would unfold. Instead, she entered the day with one simple intention: not to accomplish more and not to become someone different, simply to notice joy. The second thing I noticed is that intention made her an active participant in her own life. She wasn't waiting to see if it would be a good day. She was looking for something good within the day she already had. That's a very different way to live. And the third thing I noticed is that none of her choices were extraordinary. They were beautifully ordinary. Listening to birds, smelling fresh peaches, choosing the music in the car, taking a walk before doing the dishes. None of those moments changed the world, but together they began changing the way she experienced her world. What she didn't realize was that confidence was growing quietly in the background. Confidence isn't only built by the big decisions, it's also built by the small intentions we keep. Every time we live according to an intention we have chosen for ourselves, we chose to strengthen trust in ourselves. So this week, I have a simple invitation for you. Don't set a goal. Set an intention. Before your feet touch the floor tomorrow morning, ask yourself one question: how do I want to live today? Your answers don't have to be profound. It might be, today I intend to be patient. Today I intend to notice beauty. Today I intend to laugh. Today I intend to care for my body. Today I intend to speak kindly to myself. One intention is enough, because intentions become choices. Choices become habits, and habits quietly become the life we live. You don't have to know where you'll be a year from now. You don't even have to know what next month will look like. You only need a direction for today. Because intention is not a goal, it's a direction. And one small direction lived consistently has the power to change an entire life. As we come to the end of our time together today, I'd like to leave you with my usual blessing. So if you're able, gently lower your gaze or close your eyes. Take a slow breath and allow these words to settle where they're needed the most. May you trust yourself to choose one small intention each day. May you find the courage to live according to what matters to you. May you notice the beauty, joy, and quiet moments that have been waiting for your attention. May your small intentions become the quiet confidence that carries you. May you discover, one intention at a time, that the life you are creating is truly your own. And that's enough for today. I'll see you next week.